Hey, what's happening everyone? Journeyman here and welcome to the start of Football Manager 2018. The moment is here everyone. This is the moment I've been waiting for months since they announced the release date for Football Manager 2018. So this is the first episode of the beta save of my first series on Football Manager 2018 for the channel. So as you can probably tell from the thumbnail and obviously the video description, it's going to be a save with Tottenham Hotspur, known as the Harry Kane team. So I'm going to take you through the step-by-step guide. Once we've gone through the database loading, we've done all the setup crap and things like that. So here we go. Obviously we're going to use this profile that I set up, and here is the first new thing that we have to talk about. There are a couple of minor little changes here. As you can tell, to the past playing experience, there is professional for international, continental level and global level. And interesting enough, there's also different coaching badges. As you can see, distribution, handling, shot stopping. Now it's just instead of the generic goalkeeping, it's going to be a little bit more broken down. And in the mental department, that's pretty much going to be exactly the same way of doing things. We'll get rid of these real quick. We don't need to talk about them because they're pretty much the same as they were last year. Now there's this weird little bug a moment, because this is the beta, by the way, just in case you guys weren't aware. Obviously, this is the beta of the game. There's going to be a lot of issues, a lot of problems. And so far, in windowed mode and full screen mode, for some reason, my taskbar will not go away. So I'm having trouble clicking things at the bottom of the screen itself. I'm working on it. Hopefully, it'll be fixed by the time the next video rolls out, which should be on the same day, if not the next day after. So, first save of the year. Obviously, I'm super excited, and I'm sure you guys as well. Alright, so let's get this game saved and let's take a look at all these brand new, sparkling new features that Football Manager 2018 has to offer. As you can tell, I'm very excited by this. So, first piece of news of the year. I'd like to formally welcome to Tottenham. The board would like to assure you that you rely on the full backing and they're looking forward to working with you. In the term of your contract, you'll be given a deal until June 2018 for 3.7 a year. Assistant manager Jesus Perez is responsible for offloading players that you have placed in your wanted list, and the head of youth development, John McDermott, will look to learn out those players on the developmental list. Okay, so pretty much very similar to how it was last year. Philosophies: play possession, attacking football, sign young players, and develop players using the club's use system. All right, so let's end the meeting and let's see if anything's changed from this year to last year to this year. All right, so Daniel Levy, obviously welcoming to the club. Take a few minutes of time to welcome you to the club before handing over to the assistant manager, who's going to discuss this staff responsibilities with you. I also want to assure you that you have the full backing of the board, and we wouldn't have hired you if we didn't feel you were the right person to propel the club forward. Great, let's get things started. We don't need to go into the history about Tottenham Hotspur. I think a lot of you are familiar with that. I'm happy to meet those demands. All right, so traditional Honor press conference. I think we'll do a press conference, see if anything has changed there. Thanks for answering questions. Going to hand you over to system manager. That's exactly the same as last year. Nothing's changed there. All right, so I've got some questions staying running first before we talk. Do you want to arrange an inter-squad friendly to tomorrow to allow you to assess the players for both squads? Yeah, why not? Let's do that. I don't normally do that because it's kind of a waste of time, but we want to check out the new match engine, so that'd be a good chance to do it in this video. All right, so perfect. Schedule for tomorrow, and also a report regarding the team. We'd like to send it. Yes, please. Would you like me to meet the rest of your staff or discuss the current state of things with advice? Yep, definitely. I'm going to leave things as they are for now, and we'll move on and we'll move forward. So, let's see. Here we got the first transfer updates right here. Players out on loan from Tottenham to other clubs. None of these players I'm thinking about bringing back, to be honest with you. Injury updates. Okay, so here we go. This is the first new screen of the year. Injuries. This is the medical center, or as I like to call it, the Ledley King Center. Too soon? Probably not. He was a great player. Shame he got injured all the freaking time. So, injured right now. 5 players are injured in the bottom corner, as you can see. Danny Rose is going to be out for 3 to 4 months with tendonitis. Then we have Fernando Llorente, who has a broken arm. He's going to be out 4 to 7 weeks. Son is going to be out 3 to 7 weeks with a broken left lower arm as well. And then Moussa Dembele has a damaged foot, apparently 1 to 5 days away. So recently returned from an injury, Harry Winks, a sprained ankle ligament. So lots of new things to take up on this screen. Obviously, it's nice to see everything's kind of compiled into one screen. That's definitely very useful. Let's check out dynamics. Let's look at the dynamics of the team itself. So New screen, let's check it out. So the dressing room atmosphere right now is very, very good. We are currently no unhappy players at the club. Awesome, that's good. There was only one player at the club that considered to be very happy. All right, so everyone's kind of happy, not very happy yet, but first day in charge, so I'm not really expecting anything special here. We have many players showing a shared nationality, good coherence. Most of the players have been at the club for a similar length of time. The club has most amount of players with similar level of professionalism. We have a lot of players who are of similar ages. Okay. Manager of the you're failing to positively influence a number of players. All right, I just got here. You can lay off. I just literally signed the contract moments ago. You guys can give me a little bit of a break. Anyway, match cohesion. So the team collectively mental state hasn't seen much change recently. There's no change there. Players are currently experiencing no noticeable change in the vision and reaction to events unfolding when playing. Let's take out the hierarchy. This is a new screen that I was looking forward to using. Team leaders, Hugo Lloris, Harry Kane, and Jan Vertonghen. And the highly influential players are Eriksson, Dyer, Dembele, Alderweireld, Son, Dele Alli. Influential players, Danny Rose, Lamela, Winks, Wanyama, Llorente, Ben Davis, Sissoko, Aria, Trippier, Michael Vorm. And other players, Sanchez, Walker-Peters, Nduku, and Foyth. Okay. Perez feedback on the right hand side. Again, I'm just going through this one by one. Obviously, this is new screens to me, so I'm still getting used to this game itself. Let me see. Team leaders are well established in the squad. They have been with the group for a long time and have a good understanding of the culture at the club. Some of the team leaders are approaching the peaks of their career. We should look to retain them and their leadership skills for years to come. All the team leaders are currently happy at the club. There are a good spread of leading influential players showing great togetherness within the squad. It could be argued that we have too many leaders within the squad. Cutting back on the number of team leaders may help prevent disputes between them. That's an interesting thought. Check out the social groups. Again, another new screen, core social group. So obviously these are broken down by players that fit in well together. Dele Alli, Harry Kane, Lamela, Winks, Wanyama, Trippier, Walker-Peters, Nkudu, I guess how you pronounce his name. Second service, Bele, Lloris, Vertonghen, Eriksson, Alderweireld. So it's good to see Vertonghen and Alderweireld in the same social group, which means they get on well together, form good partnership at the back. Son, Sissoko, Vorm. Then we got some randoms down here as well. Obviously, these are players that are just joined the club over the summer, Llorente and Aria. So those are players that will probably bed into one of these social groups eventually. All right, happiness level. Hey, the happiness tab. I love the way this looks, by the way. It breaks down by the hierarchy system as again between the team leaders, highly influential players, and then other players in the squad, and gives you kind of overall feel. So we can actually take a look here and we can see any particular player that's unhappy and why are they unhappy. Let's look. No, everyone's got the smiley faces, the smiley emoji, so that's a good sign. That's a good way to start. Playing time, everyone's pretty satisfied. Obviously, there hasn't been many games yet. That'll probably change as we progress. Team meeting, there was no simple reason to hold a team meeting. Okay, cool. So we'll move forward and let's take a look at the squad. More important, let's take a look at the squad. This is a Tottenham save. We've got 2 weeks to try and get through the season. And obviously, we're going to hopefully do our best. I think this club is very, very close to winning the Premier League. So my goal is to make them from title pretenders to title contenders. You'll see a lot more shitty-ass puns like that throughout the entire of the Football Manager 2018 year, so get used to that, everyone. All right, so here we go. Goalkeepers. 2 goalkeepers. Hugo Lloris, obviously, number one choice goalkeeper without a single doubt. 90 caps for him, believe it or not. I knew he had a lot of caps. Didn't know it was that many. So as you can see, really well-rounded keeper. I like the way the screen looks too. Very, very clean. I like that. Very, very nice. Michael Vorm backup. Very, very decent backup. 33 years old. Obviously not going to get any better. He's valued at 7.5 million. That's a lot of money for a backup goalkeeper. I need to change some of the preferences too, because I'm seeing that the wage is currently by the year. I don't like that. I want it by the week. Again, I'm still setting a lot of this up. So weekly, perfect. And then we'll confirm the change. Yep, perfect. All right, so all right, at the back, so we've got Vertonghen, who's a centre-half and, of course, left-back as well. He'll be partnered next to Toby Alderweireld, the former Southampton loanee. Again, 2 quality centre-halves should be able to partner very, very well for me. We have Johan Foyth, 19-year-old Argentinian, used to play for Estudiantes. Who else? We have Davinson Sanchez as well, a very, very talented Colombian centre back, can also play centre midfield as well. Got plenty of strength, got plenty of height. Good to see that. Kyle Walker-Peters, a very young left back and right back, can play natural in both positions. Very, very raw though. Don't know how much game time he's going to get. As you can see, his current ability is about a 1.5 right now, according to my assistant manager. Kieran Trippier, one of my right backs. He is definitely going to compete alongside Serge Aurier. Sorry, I'm going to have to pronounce these names. I apologize. I am butchering them. Serge, let's call him Serge from now on. He's currently rated at 3 stars, potentially to be 3.5 star. Obviously, both attacking fullbacks, which is what I'm looking for in the formation I'm going to play. That formation you'll see in just a few moments. We're going to set that up on this episode. So, with him as well, we've got Eric Dyer, obviously a holding midfielder. Can also play centre-half as well. Can also play right back at a pinch. Very, very versatile. He's going to be a very important player for us this year. Then we have Danny Rose when he gets back from injury. He's going to be very useful. Can play left back and left wing, bombs forward. And then we also have Ben Davis too, who was the big money signing from Swansea a couple of seasons ago. Yeah, he's about an 18 million, 24-year-old, very talented left back. Midfield, all right, Victor Wanyama. We obviously know what he can do. I know anyway, because I'm watching him in a Southampton jersey for many, many years. Not the most gifted technically in the world, but he is he's basically a walking wardrobe. Let's be honest with you. A very, very tough, strong midfielder. Harry Winks, he's obviously got obviously an excellent future ahead of him. Definitely more of a playmaking midfielder, so his playmaking skills are going to be very useful this season. And then Moussa Dembele, another playmaking midfielder as well, but this guy's a bit more versatile. He could play a number of roles, including the brand new role, which is Carrilero, which looks like positioning, 14 work rate, tackling. So it's kind of in between a box-to-box midfielder and a ball-winning midfielder by the look of early first impressions there. Obviously, these are early first impressions. I'm going to get a lot wrong, so you have to apologize for that. And then we have Dele Alli. I'm going to build a lot of my team around Dele Alli, Christian Eriksen, and Harry Kane, especially the attacking section of the team. And obviously Lamella too when he gets back from injury, but we know he's quite a way away, 3 to 4 months. But when he gets back into the team, he'll definitely be a big part of that. Son, the same thing for him as well. He's a bit more of a winger, but I might have to retrain him to play that bit more of an attacking midfield role. But again, you'll see the formation I have in mind in just a few moments. Christian Eriksen, we know what talent he has. He is an unbelievable talent. We have to get the best out of him if we stand any chance of winning the Premier League this season. Then who else do we have? This guy's apparently transfer listed. I can't even pronounce his name, so he could probably move on, honestly. Valued at £7 million, I could definitely use that money. And then Harry Kane, as we know, the Saviour's named after him. This guy is an absolute freaking legend. He is going to be our complete forward this year. And he has had an unbelievable season so far. He has, honestly, he proved me wrong. Honestly, I thought he was kind of nothing special, but this season, he's proved me I'll put a lot of people wrong, honestly, too. His finishing, his first touch, his creativity, his heart, his work rate, his hustle, everything about him is absolutely amazing. Harry Kane, I can't rave about him enough. And yeah, we'll move on. So let's take at the under-23s real quick. Anyone I think I should bring up from here? First impressions? No. All right, so with that in mind, looking at the first team, what kind of players do we need? So we need a little bit more depth at the back. I noticed we have a couple of centre halves. I can maybe do with another centre half in there. In midfield, we can probably maybe do with another holding midfielder just to provide extra coverage. And then up top, we need another striker because Llorente is going to be out for at least 4 to 7 weeks. So he'll be back maybe for the start of the season, maybe not. So maybe I want to say one more striker in there just to give us a little bit more depth, and maybe one more attacking midfielder as well. So let's go to tactics real quick. So this is my favorite formation, the 4-3-1-2 formation. However, because of the lack of strikers we have in this squad, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to play a formation I've never ever used before. Just because it's a new game, you got to give something else another go. So set formation. 4-2-3-1 now. I've never used this formation before, so this is how I think we're going to line up. Obviously, with the players we have in mind: Dele Alli, Christian Eriksen, Eric Lamella, Harry Kane. I think the 4 of those, if they work together, I think this could be a very, very deadly quartet up top for us. As you can see, if we can just focus all our attack around these 4, get the fullbacks up and down the wing, left and right, and to support some width, and use our two holding midfielders here, like Wanyama, like Eric Dier, just to protect the back line. I think it leaves us the possibility here for being a very, very, very tough team to beat. So with that in mind, I mean, this is probably my starting lineup if everyone's fit and available. Not Toby. It's going to be Trippier, Alderweireld, and then Vertonghen, and obviously Hugo Lloris in goal. So with everything in mind, this is how I picture us playing this season, and this is the tactic. Obviously, there'll be little changes as far as the mentality, the team shape, the team instructions, but this is what I have in mind. I have Danny Rose and Trippier supplying support up the wing, and then we're going to focus a lot of our attack around these four right here, with these two just doing the dog work for the rest of the team. All right, apart from that, let's take any other news screens we can go over real quick. Let's take a look at the preseason. We have it's obviously the under-23 team coming up next, and we're actually going to play them in this episode, so you guys can just take a look at the match engine, because I'm really excited to see the match engine, so I want to experience that this episode. Let's scouting real quick. So this is a new scouting screen as well. Nico Gorzil. I recommend take a look at Nico Gorzil. He's a Sky Bet League 1 talent, 56. I believe this is out of 100 perhaps, which is very similar to the FIFA system, as I previously discussed in a earlier video when they took a look here. So what we do is we'll keep scouting this guy if he truly recommends him. Here's Jack Harrison for New York City Football Club, midfielder, 57 overall. How does he fit in with the side? He's left back winning. It's not really into my system and style. Discard that one. All right. Who's this? Leander Den Donker, valued at 9.75 million. I got a budget of 65 million pounds. So I got plenty of money to spend. So decent Premier League with a potential for leading player in the future, valued at 9.75 million. We'll keep scouting him. Matt Ritchie, he's a very, very talented player, but I don't think I'm going to be signing him. Jack Harrison, we're going to discard as well. Who's this guy? Bakir Bjarnason. Currently plays for a Sky Bet Championship player. Midfielder, plays for Aston Villa, player I'm not 100% familiar with, a box-to-box midfielder. Take a look at him. Solid player. Don't know if he could really fit into what we're looking at. Okazaki. Now that could be a pretty interesting signing. That'd be a useful player to have in that attacking midfield role and as a spare striker as well. So that's actually a possibility. What I'm going to do here is, they don't want to sell him, but we'll keep scouting him anyway. So scouting, that's pretty cool. Coming to the club, they recommend a few players, keep scouting, go to analysts, because obviously analysts play a huge role in this year's game. Let's look at the scouting budget, dude. This is brand new, so I can basically move my transfer budget to increase scouting and vice versa. Very similar how I used to do the wage to transfer budget. We got this recruitment team there. I might just leave this for a start to my assistant. Again, I'll do this behind the scenes in between episodes. Just take a bit more look at it and try and understand what I'm doing. Because honestly, I'm new to this. You're new to this, so there's gonna be a lot of guessing until I can really get my hands dirty in this game. So, all right. So season expectations: Champions League, definitely reach final of the FA Cup. Knockout round, of course, we're in the Champions League as well. We've got a transfer budget of 82 million now because, they gave us an extra lot of money. Yeah, I want to at least qualify for the Champions League, if not win the Premier League this season. Champions League, reach the first knockout round. I think that's pretty reasonable. We'll go with that. And the transfer window is open. And let's go ahead and skip to the first game here of the new game. Introduce myself to the club. Yep, why not? So introduce myself to Tottenham manager. I think we can qualify for the Champions League this year. The team agrees. Everyone's nice and happy. Good stuff indeed. So, all right, excellent. Yeah, so far I'm kind of liking the look at this game. It's obviously a little bit different. I wouldn't say it's very different, but definitely is a little bit. Just little subtle changes here and there, finding screens, things like that. It's going to take a little bit of time. All right, so brief reminder. So there's a reminder to conduct your pre-match tactical briefing before Sunday's game against Tottenham under 23s. Okay, cool. So there's a meeting now. So I'm going to hand this over to my assistant manager this time around, but in the future, I'm going to do them all myself because, you know, why not? Let's see if I'm going to use them this year. I did mention in the reaction video that I wasn't really going to use them all that much unless I was playing in a very, very important game. A game like a relegation fight or a champions, like a potential to win the league or a cup final, that kind of thing. So with that in mind, I probably won't use them all that much, but we'll see. Anyway, so many people are suggesting that in order to succeed, you invest in the playing squad. Will you be asking Daniel for more money to bring in new players? I don't want to discuss that. Finances. Do you feel your ambitions at the club are matched by the chairman? Absolutely, I do. Do you feel the expectations asked for you this season have been fair and realistic? Yep, definitely. The facilities are fantastic. I excited the opportunity to work in this environment. Absolutely, I am. Your playing career was a huge success. At this sort of level, but management is a new challenge for you. Do you think your experience will aid the position at all? I believe it will. I'm preparing for management a number of years now, and I'm delighted to be starting my career at Tottenham. New managers often bring their own people. I'm not going to discuss that right now. While some managers are famous with a hands-on approach, others maintain a more reserved manner with their players. How do you see your management style? I think players should be valued. It's often that different managers favour different competitions, where you concentrate primarily on getting good results in the Premier League. Absolutely. Premier League is in my focus this year. Obviously, I want to do in the Champions League and obviously in the cup competitions, but the Premier League is where I'm at. I want to win the Premier League in my first season. I know it's ambitious. I know it's going to be hard, but I think this team can do it. I'm not going to talk about agents. This is pretty much the same as it was last year. A lot of the same questions, so that's a little bit frustrating. I was hoping there'd be more questions or at least more answers, but it looks like pretty much everything's the same. Yep, I'm going to enter the market at the right player. Perfect. All right, so we have a game today up against the under-23 team, so I'm looking forward to see how this looks. This is new too, the new social tab. We have obviously it together. This is the social interaction page. Here's the news page. Again, very, very similar to last year. Slightly different looking, but it's essentially the same kind of information. All right, we'll go over this stuff at a later date. So, first game, here we go. In charge of Tottenham up against our reserve. Obviously, we're going to change some of these players because they are unfit and unable to play. So, Sissoko's going to play that instead. So, here's how I think I'm going to line up. Harry Kane is going to be our, I'd say, complete forward in this formation, and I'm going to have playmakers. A lot of playmakers. Dele Alli on support here, playmaker. Dele Alli, Sissoko on support, and then Christian Eriksen. I'm going to have him. Should I do more playmakers, or should I have this? I don't know. What do you guys think here? Dele Alli could play as a Trequarista, shadow striker. Actually, we're going to put Dele Alli as a shadow striker. So what I'm actually going to do is move things around. Shadow striker, and then I'm going to switch these two around. So Dele Alli is going to support Harry Kane a bit closer. Eriksen and Sissoko getting a bit more freedom out wide. Wanyama and Dyer are obviously going to be deep players here. Here is maybe Dyer could be the perfect new. Let's try this out. Yeah, let's try it out. Let's see what it says. The Carolero or Shuttler is a supporting role more often than not utilized as part of a midfield three or as a two central midfielders in a diamond midfield. It is a job for the shuttlers to cover lateral areas of the pitch and link the defensive midfield area and the attacking midfield area. This is what separates the Caroleros from the box-to-box midfielders, as they are not expecting to shuttle between boxes, but merely between the lines of midfield. Yep, definitely. That would work very well in this formation. So obviously we don't have any playing wide there, so they're going to have to go laterally rather than vertically. So that makes a lot of sense. That'd be good for him. Born midfielder, yep. Wanyama, you can just sit back and clear anything in your path. All right, Kieran Trippier, I said I wanted to play you on attack. Ben Davis, you on attack and a fullback as well. And then we'll keep Alderweireld and Vertonghen at the back. We could play Alderweireld as a ball-playing defender, and let's do Vertonghen as a defender, just as a natural centre-half defender. Alright, so we'll do the bench in a second. Let's do our team instructions. We haven't set any team instructions yet. So, this is how I want us to play. Obviously, we have creative playmakers, so I'm going to have us play narrow, but I'm going to look for the overlap. As you notice, there's a new thing on the screen here, look for underlap. obviously for inverted wing backs, that kind of thing. Players cutting in off the flank. What we're going to do is exploit the middle, play the ball out defense. We're going to do shorter passing. We're going to play very, very tempo-based football. This is how I like to tempo possession-based football. This is how I like to play Football Manager. If you haven't noticed from my Southampton save, I like to be able to control possession. And obviously win back the ball back quickly. That's how I like to play the game. Obviously, a lot of players play it differently. This is my choice. This is how I like to do it. So anyway, on the bench, let's just pick whoever's available. And all right, cool. So we've got 7 players on the bench. Not a lot, but we'll have to do. So, all right. So here we go. First live action match of Football Manager 2018. This is awesome. I like the way how this looks. It looks very professional. Obviously, in the future, all these black faces will be replaced with actual pictures of the players. As soon as I get the graphics downloaded, I will definitely use them. So, first team talk of the year. Let's talk to the team real quick. So, new options as well, apparently. We're going to go for a passionate approach. And we're going to say we should be winning this one fairly comfortably. Play your own game and you'll win. All right, we'll go with that. We'll move on and let's get this game rolling. So, obviously, this is new as well, the introduction, a bit of a match build-up. And this is the new match engine. Oh, that's really, really loud. Let's go and where's the sounds? Let's turn the sounds off just until I can understand how I can lower the sounds because it was far, far too loud. All right, let's also change this a little bit. Let's move this forward. And let's do very fast. Perfect. All right. So, how we got set to? We got set to extended highlights. That's perfect. Yeah. Well, we'll do key. We'll do key highlights just for now. And again, this might be changed over time. Is an early chance and a good save there from Hugo Lloris. And we conceded our first goal, and that be against a reserve team. Wouldn't it be a good way to start, would it? Amos crossing, Ericsson makes the clearance. All right, so this is a new in-between highlight page. As you can see, tons and tons of information for us to utilize, such as recent events, match stats, focus of attack, and obviously information regarding body language, player ratings, all that good stuff, condition of the players. All right, so far, so good. Everything looks really good. Everything's really clean cut. The new match engine, I can definitely tell there's a lot they've changed. I don't think as far as animations go, there aren't really that many new animations. Apparently, there's some goalkeeper animations. Here's Harry Kane, dragged it wide. As far as animations go for players, it doesn't look like as many animations, but I think in future games, FM19 onwards, for instance, there will be a ton of upgrades as far as the end match engine goes. But the engine they're using now, you can definitely tell it's a little bit more clean cut, a little bit more, I don't know, it just looks nicer for some reason. It looks much more cleaner. Here's Ericsson, the Davis here. He gets already carve out a decent opportunity. Harry Kane had one. Here's Davis, whips it into Harry Kane. There it is, first goal of the series. Harry Kane getting the first goal of Football Manager 2018 for me. Tom Davis getting on the wing there, whips it into the near post, and Harry Kane with the finish, and the keeper was about 5 years too late thinking about diving. All right, so 1-0. 1-0 to Tottenham. All right, so a pretty good start there. Very happy with that. Edwards to Amos to Sterling. Oh, that was a good opportunity. And again, I mean, there's still a lot of, I guess there's still a lot of bugs to be worked out. But I mean, the animation there for Hugo Lloris wasn't realistic, so the match engine really hasn't improved that much. But an early inspection. Here's Ericsson, the Davis. That's a good cross. Oh, and Gazzaniga. See, that's a new animation right there. How Gazzaniga dealt with that. That's new. That wasn't in the game last year. Ericsson's putting this in out of will of the header and puts it wide. But anyway, on first impression, I can say that the animations are generally the same for the players, but not for the goalkeepers. There were still some dodgy moments in there, like Hugo Lloris failing to dive, even though the Tottenham under-23 play hit the post. He didn't really react at all. The positive suddenly disappears, and most players are completely disinterested for what you have to say. So I'm going to hand it over to the assistant manager instead, and Christian Eriksen looks happy about that. So let's go into the second half. Again, this is kind of just a feel-it-out kind of episode, so I'm going to be making a lot of errors and doing a lot of weird things that I wouldn't normally do. But anyway, I just wanted to check out the game. This is the first time me playing it. I'm sure you guys are looking forward to the series. I'm looking forward to the series a lot. I'm looking forward to this game. Here's, Dele Alli. Should have found the back in there, though. I think he hit the post. Good effort, though, from Dele Alli. Alright, so here is maybe a chance for the under-23 team. Here's Griffiths, intercepted by Kieran Trippier. Get out Harry Kane to Christian Eriksen. Here's a counter-attacking opportunity. Eriksen. It's Eric Dyer who's got forward there to Kieran Trippier. Trippier pulls it back, and looks like Gazzaniga puts it behind for a corner kick. Alright, see what Eriksen can do with this corner kick. Whips it in their post. Nobody attacked it, and the ball is easily cleared. Alright, first injury of the save too. Alright, let's bring off Eric Dyer and replace him with Harry Winks. Perfect. And we're going to have to change his role here. Let's make him a deep line playmaker. Have him on defend just for now. And we'll have them both sit back. Wanyama and Winks to sit back to protect the back line. Alright. Trippier's going to throw this ball in. Sissoko gives the ball away cheaply. Alderweireld hits it to Trippier. To Winks. Back to Alderweireld. Hits it long to Sissoko. Some of our attacking players have been very quiet today. Obviously, it might take me a while to get used to this system. And again, I've never played this system before, so I'm going to have to work out how I want my team players to play. Here's Trippier. He's going to whip it in. Sissoko gets there. Here's Harry Winks to Sissoko. Puts the balls in. Oh, and decent effort from Dele Alli. And I think he hit it against the post there. Good opportunity, though. Decent build-up play from the guys as well. Alright, here's Tom Davis to Victor Wanyama. Tom Davis looking to carve out a late opportunity. Christian Eriksen to Dele Alli. Here's Eriksen. Finds Trippier. Ooh, just past the post. Good effort there. Almost made it 2-0. Alright, here's Davis. Puts the ball in. Harry Kane with the flick on. Finds Sissoko. Pulls it back to Dele Alli. And there it is. Second goal of the game. Dele Alli getting on the score sheet. Good pull back there from Sissoko. Wanyama. Back to Davis, good cross in there. Harry Kane with a flick on. Sissoko reacted first. Got space in the box and pulled it in. And Dele Alli was left alone. He wasn't going to miss from there. 2-0. Alright, Eriksen hits it long here. Looking for Kane. Can't find him. Dele Alli dispossesses the defender. And that's a great shot from the edge of the area. And he just puts it narrowly wide of the post. Almost made it 3-0. Much better display in the second half, though. Definitely starting to control the game a bit more. Good possession, too. 60%. Alright, full-time whistle has blown, so our first game in charge ends up in victory, even though it was against our reserve team. So, what I'm going to do is do a quick team talk here. Passionate. I'm pleased with the result and performance. Everyone looks very happy. Everyone gives me a nice green thumbs up, which is pleasing to see. Alright, and on the injury front, Eric Dyer got a tight groin. He's out for 1 to 2 days. He'll be back for the next preseason friendly. So, going into the schedule, this is how the preseason looks for Vitesse and DC United, New York Red Bulls, New York City, Orlando City, my, I guess, real-life home team right now, and then Philadelphia Union. And then we return for Burnley in the Premier League to open up the Premier League season. So, with that in mind, that's going to complete the first episode of my Football Manager 2018 team, the Harry Kane team. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it for you. If you're excited about the new save, hit like on the video itself. If we can get to, I'm going to set a goal of 50 likes. If I can get 50 likes in this video, I know it's not going to happen, but if we can get 50 likes, I'll release this next video a day early. Otherwise, you'll see the video uploaded every single day at about 3 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. You'll see a new Tottenham video every day. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, remember to hit like on the video. If you want to see more videos by me in the future, hit subscribe, turn notifications on. Football Manager 2018 is here. I'm excited. Hope you're excited. I'll see you guys in the next part. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.